Ladies and gentlemen, now today we've got the patch notes for, and I quote, the 2-year anniversary. Doesn't time just fly by, boys? And also the release of Purgatory Ban. And overall, I'm really excited for tomorrow, man, because I haven't played around too much with the Purgatory Ban meta on like the JP or KR version. I wanted to save it all for Global. So I'm looking forward to see how we can like bully and try and counter Ban, but also I'm looking forward to just like wrecking people with Ban as well, because he's ridiculously overpowered, man. He's got so much tankiness, so much survivability, and he just hits like a truck, man. He cleaves everybody down. He's got like a massive game-winning ultimate as well. He's a very a simple character, but also like a massive threat, and pretty much everything is going to change when it comes to PvP with the release of this character. So yeah, Purgatory Ban is just way too good, and also the banner is by far the best banner that we've ever had in the history of the game, because you got the 4 festival characters, you got Purgatory Ban, you've got the 1 Escanor, you got Lost Fame Meliodas, you got Festival King, and Festival King I think becomes a little bit more relevant with the release of Purgatory Ban, because obviously Purgatory Ban, I know a lot of people don't have Lolly Merlin and want her, but Purgatory Ban is like a massively stacked red unit with like 500,000 to 1 million hit points in PvP, and your Lolly Merlin's just not going to be doing too much against that, whereas Fest King, like worst case scenario, is like the best farmer when it comes to like Fort Solgras Anvil dungeon. So yeah, it's very good to have for that. And I think if you do have a 6/6 Fest King, there are going to be certain setups that can be used to counter Purgatory Ban. But yeah, I'm going to have a play around with like a few Fest King teams. I got a few cool ideas as well. So yeah, I want to bring back some interesting Festival King Ult Rush teams and see if we can have a little bit of fun with some of these setups as well. But on top of that as well, you've got all of the characters, the top 15 that were voted in. So like Chandler, Sariel, Ludo, Mark II Valenti, or Red Easton. There are so many crazy characters on this banner. So yeah, pretty much everything is a massive win, aside from like Green Escanor and Blue Demon Melee, which if you're a newer player, you know, aren't the worst characters to get, but if you're a veteran, you've probably got a fair few copies of them both already. But also the amazing thing about this banner is not only do you have like the 4% SSR drop rate on like so many amazing characters, but also you have like the bonus Fever Pity as well. So every time you get unlucky on a certain amount of summons, it kind of tops up this fever meter, and then you get a multi on a completely separate banner, and this banner has like the Halloween characters, the New Year's characters, the Valentine's characters, basically any characters that are associated with some time of the year. So I got super lucky when I was doing my KR summons, and not only did I get like, you know, a crazy selection of the characters in the main banner, but also got like Blue Derriere, I got like Green Halloween Gotha as well, and a couple of the Druid's New Year's units. So yeah, that was fantastic, man. It was a really good time. But this pity system is like by far the best one. Plus on top of that as well, on the banner it's like 900 selector, the 1 Escanor or Purgatory Ban. So yeah, like this banner, if you got 900 gems, man, you're having like the best time summoning on it. So yeah, fingers crossed you get a little bit lucky on the summons. But it's very hard to go wrong on this banner when there are like so many massive wins. So yeah, hopefully you get a really ridiculous round or 2 of summons. And yeah, we also have the logging calendar as well, which on the seasonal banner, and that's also the same one as like the Fever Pity banner, gives you 110 free draws. So you have a really good chance to get a character like Green Gotha, Blue Derriere, maybe Green Demon Meliodas. So yeah, in terms of like overall summons this celebration, man, it is a really good event. Like the amount of free summons and the quality of all of the banners is just like unmatched in terms of any other previous event. So it's a really good time for summoning. So yeah, very happy to see like both of these banners coming, man. It's a great time. Then we're also going to have the bingo event. There's going to be a 2nd anniversary Hawk Pass. There's going to be Hawk's awesome treasure chest, so kind of daily bonus rewards there. Captain Hawk power up, the ultimate champion cheering. You've got patrol dispatch auto clear tickets ×2, XP up on heroes. You also have main quest 50% stamina discount and 1 free option to continue, and all village shops are open on top of that. And then there's the super annoying crocodile boss that you have to ignite. I believe it's like what is it, 7 times, and you have like 2 teams to switch in between of. So we'll probably like end up doing a video guide for this tomorrow, man, but this guy is really really annoying. But you do get some party hats for Escanor, Barn, and Merlin, so you know, some phenomenal rewards there. But I found this guy just to be super annoying, and I know a lot of people are going to be a bit confused and frustrated if they don't understand what's going on there. And then we also have special missions. There's going to be a Fort Solgra special reward dungeon, bingo event we've already talked about there, the demonic croc event, boss battle and exchange shop. So yeah, a lot of this stuff has also been previously covered as well. And then there's also going to be a battle event with some stamina potions as well. All of the Purgatory Ban costumes are going to be available in the shop. You want to power that man up, and if you are free to play, again, remember to leave some gems for these costumes if you want the most out of Purgatory Ban, because even free to play, he's still a really good character, and this banner lineup is just so crazy that it's like a must summon banner there. So yeah, that's a pretty good time. And there's also going to be loads of cash bundles, because Netmarble love big old stacks of money. So you've got the what is it, the Gotha cash bundles, you got Barn summon bundles as well, so all sorts of stuff there on top of that. There's also going to be Tower of Trials 5th floor, which gives you 30 UR engraving stones and also 5 million gold. I didn't even know this was out. I don't know if this is out on the KR or JP version. Maybe I'm just a bit of a mug and I haven't paid that much attention. But yeah, I didn't know this came out, man. So I'm interested to try this one out. But you know, that's like 3 UR pieces there. A pretty good time. But you know, give us the old Tower Trials, man. We need some more gems on Global. Global is still so far behind in terms of gems, and they're not adding in the gems towers, and also still lagging behind quite significantly in terms of final boss release schedule. You know, really puts Global at an even further disadvantage when it comes to summoning. So they need to sort this stuff out, man. Come on, Global devs, do a little bit better. I mean, there's some good stuff in this patch, but you know, you can't go slipping on other areas is the point there. And then we've also got a join in real-time function, so it's kind of a matching system for the demon raids. So this one's really nice if you're looking to quickly match. So yeah, you just have the ability to join real time. There's like a limit of like what is it, 3 joins per day there. So yeah, it just kind of helps you like match people quicker instead of like sending out the invites and waiting for people to respond. It's a bit more of a queuing system, if that makes sense. But if it doesn't make sense, try it out tomorrow and it will make sense very quickly. And then we've also got the introduction of Red Tank Arthur into the human tickets, and also the human and giant tickets as well. So you got a small chance of getting him. Unfortunately, this Red Arthur is not on the Purgatory Ban banner, so hopefully you summoned and got 1 copy. My advice for free to play on the Red Arthur banner was to summon until you got 1 copy, because worst case scenario was 242, but also, you know, you need to make sure you've got 900 gems for the Purgatory Ban banner. But also, one thing to keep in mind in regards to this banner is it should be a 4-week banner, so you have 4 weeks to you know, get the 900 gems and summon on it. But right after that, 2 weeks later, we're going to have probably the Blue Hawk and Oslo banner, and then 2 weeks after that, we're probably going to have the Ragnarok banner on Global. And we don't know how good like that first round of Ragnarok characters are just yet, but we're going to find out this week, man. They should be arriving, I believe, on the KR and Japanese version this Thursday. So yeah, very interested to see those Ragnarok characters, because they are going to have to be, and we talked about this around the release of it, they're going to need to be ridiculously overpowered to compete with Purgatory Ban, like top level, better than festival characters if they really want to see relevance in the PvP meta, or else they're just going to get like 1-carded or 2-carded by Purgatory Ban. So yeah, I'm very interested to see. And then we've got what is it, a bit of a upgrade to the daily rewards here. So Thursday, Friday, there's a new Knighthood boss battle mission to get more gems, which is very nice, and also equipment salvage as well. So there's like 2 more gems on both of those days, so 4 more gems a week there, which is really cool, and also a few more anvils on top of that. A bit of a buff to the equipment enhance. You get like 5 times 4-star stones instead of 3, and also on Saturday and Sunday, basically doubled the amount of cosmetic enhancement materials. But my opinion, when it comes to cosmetic enhancement materials, the drop rate across the board is way too low. Like, you have nowhere near the amount of cosmetic enhancement materials via playing the game that you even need to sort like a few characters, let alone like 10. And there's like I think close to about 150 200 characters in the game right now, if I'm not mistaken, and by the end of the year there's probably gonna be like easily 200 to 300 ish. So yeah, they really need to bump the number of these up, man. It's still incredibly pathetic in the bigger picture of stuff there. And then on top of that, they've also graded all of the titles as well, based on their rarity, so that's something there. And just something you need to keep in mind is that ending events and bundles, so Gloom Special Boss is going, Ghost Leg Event is going, Daily Reward Event is going, Oslo and Hawk Huge Picnic Feast is going, and it looks like Tower of Disaster, so the current one on Global with the Catastrophes, the mini tower, is also going to be ending as well. So make sure you do that one today. Very, very important. Again, the rewards for it aren't bad, but they're just like nowhere near as good as like a proper tower in comparison, because you have the gems, you have like the massive additional rewards on top of that. So yeah, overall, like there's a lot of good stuff coming tomorrow, man. I certainly can't deny that, but I just kind of wish Global would keep to their promises and actually catch up on the content and gems given by the KR and JP version, and kind of, you know, releasing Purgatory Ban, the best banner in the game, where they've shorted the entire global community of like a couple of towers now. We don't have final boss Dairy Area Monspeed, and they might come out like next week and still give us the opportunity to have those gems and summon on the Purgatory Ban banner. But yeah, if they don't, then 2 weeks after, then that kind of falls outside of the time frame of Purgatory Ban summon. So it'd be nice just to see a few more gems and events on Global, and then kind of sticking to the schedule. What I really want Global to do personally is, I feel like we're kind of at this point where we're so close to catching up with JP and KR, it would just be better to all be on the same schedule moving forward, and have like some sort of gem giveaway, like a bundle of gems or a big gem event, to kind of get Global players caught up with like a few weeks, because we've got like a 3-4 week gap now, and it would be very nice to close that gap, so we were all excited about new events at the same time. Because, you know, Purgatory Ban, in terms of like the new news and also the KR and JP spectrum, is like a month old, whereas like everybody this week is going to be gassed about Ragnarok on KR and JP, and it would just be really nice if like all of the versions could experience that hype and excitement and testing out new characters and summoning together. So yeah, I'd really still like to see them move toward this schedule where like all the versions are fully synced up, but also in the scenario that they do that, if they did decide to do that, Global was adequately compensated for the what is it, 3 and a bit week fast forward. But I think in the wider picture, again, that would be very, very nice to see. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts on the Purgatory Ban festival and patch that's going to be arriving tomorrow. And if you did enjoy today's breakdown, please do smash that like button. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.
You are not subscribed to the whale sin of spending? Who decided that? Subscribe now, or enjoy the bitter taste of regret.